You guys, we are in Malaysia. Since we saw you last time in Singapore, we hopped on the bus and made our way over to Malaysia's capital city, Kuala Lumpur.
Today's our first full day exploring this incredible city, and we've got an awesome day of sightseeing planned, starting with the famous Batu Caves.
Wow. So, I mean, first impression, you guys, those stairs are absolutely beautiful, but you gotta get through this like mob of pigeons. And there's a lot of monkeys around as well. Once we're through that, I think it'll be fun to go up the stairs. I'm a little afraid of all the monkeys.
So this first stop here today, the Batu Caves, is actually a Hindu shrine. And it's, I guess, one of the most important ones outside of India.
Yeah. Which is interesting because Malaysia as a whole is actually predominantly Muslim, but there are lots of Hindus here.
Holy.
World's tallest Murugan statue. That's cool. Wow, she's tall.
I'm usually used to like seeing large Buddhas that height.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
At the top of like stupas.
Yeah, but then I've never seen a Hindu god up there.
That's very cool.
So this Hindu god, Murugan, I guess he inspired this temple, or this temple was built for him.
Yeah, to worship him.
And it's got really colorful stairs. I don't know if that's like part of the religion or
No,
the Hindu god is just like,
No.
I think it's just added on.
I read that it's actually just in the last couple of years as well. Like it used to not have the stairs. It's only the last few years they painted them, and it's become an even bigger tourist attraction as a result because it is beautiful. I just changed. Maybe you noticed. I was in shorts a minute ago, but I brought my long pants. If you don't have pants, you can buy a scarf here. But they're 15 ringgit, which is like kind of a lot because you're not like boring them. You're buying it, so. Bring something for your legs if you're female.
Yeah, but other than that, there's actually no entrance price to get in here, so that's really nice.
Really nice.
And we're starting the journey up the stairs now. Apparently there are like over 200 steps.
Wow, they're kind of steep.
They are kind of steep. They're actually a little slipperier than I expected too.
I think it rained overnight. So, look at it. Did you see him? Like firemen hose down. So cool. Nope. That's a nope from me.
If you've seen our other videos around our time in India and in Sri Lanka, well, you know that Nicole and I aren't huge fans of monkeys because they're cool at first.
They're cute.
But after a while, you've seen too many.
They're just pesky.
So one of the reasons why we actually chose to do this stop first is because we wanted to get here early in the morning for, number one, to beat the crowds, and number two, to beat the heat.
Yeah.
Because Kuala Lumpur is really hot.
It's so humid.
And it's so humid.
Like, cannot believe how hot I feel. And it's like not even 9 a.m. That actually really wasn't that bad. It's just that it's very humid. Also though, look at this. So it looks like once we get up to the caves, which is really, really cool by the way, it's like we're like inside a karst. You can, there's like a proper temple in here, so I think we're gonna go, and I'm not sure if we can bring you, we'll try. This cave is actually made into a karst. This is a karst that we're in right now. There's a rooster in here. This is a karst that we're in right now, and I guess Batu, the word Batu, translates to rock in Malay. So it's like rock cave, if you were to say it all in English. This is so cool. It's just like the farther you get into the cave, all of a sudden there's this huge opening. I think what's coolest is that there's tons of trees and there's lots of birds like flying around in here.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of temples and shrines and different places of worship that's like usually built up on top of a hill or like in a city and things like that.
Place.
But like this is, I think, a very unique place to place a shrine.
Place to place a shrine.
Alright guys, we jumped into Grab and got ourselves a nice iced coffee because it was so hot over there. But now we are on to our next destination, which is Masjid Wilayah.
It is a mosque. It looks so beautiful. We chose this one because it's said to be the most beautiful in the city, and so far it's totally living up to that name. I think it's been here since 2000, and it's humongous. I just read online that you can fit 17,000 worshippers.
It actually really reminds me of like the Blue Mosque or the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, because just how grand and beautiful it is.
Well, I read, funny you say that this mosque's like the architecture was influenced, it has like Turkish Ottoman influence, specifically the Blue Mosque. Oh, good pick.
There you go. So we got in, and right away they clothed us.
Yeah, so we're all ready to like enter the mosque, and we're actually gonna find a tour guide. There's free tours that are offered here.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
We're looking really good. I really like what you're wearing, baby.
I feel so beautiful.
You feel beautiful.
Has just been so good so far. Like, I feel like we've learned so much about Islam and of course this mosque. It's just so beautiful, and I don't know if we've mentioned on here yet or not, but I think it's about 64% of Malaysians are Muslims. So of course it's very important that we learn more about Islam during our time here in Malaysia. This is an awesome way to do that. Well, you guys, we would highly recommend coming for a visit here if you are coming to Kuala Lumpur. We spent 2 hours there for free, just learning about like Islam and this mosque and like what Islam means to Malaysia. Like I feel like I learned so much. It was in such a beautiful building. It was honestly, it was wonderful.
Time well spent.
Yeah, highly recommend.
Alright, so we're here at the next stop, which is the stop that I've been really looking forward to. We're here at the Petronas Towers, which is in the middle of the ultra-modern city of Kuala Lumpur. I'm not sure if that was obvious, but like if you look around us, there's just so many cool and shiny buildings, but especially this very shiny twin towers. I'm not even sure if you can get it all on camera.
And why are we here the next day?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that we are here the next day because we have to get tickets so that we could go up into the Sky Bridge, which is the tallest sky bridge in the world. I love how even the grounds here is so beautiful. There's all this greenery in front of the towers, and there's like some sort of water fountain thingy going on over there.
The fountain was on. Maybe it's on at night.
Also, if you see like terrible like beads of sweat on my forehead, it's because it's so hot.
It's like 9 a.m.
Yeah.
It's 9 a.m.
Nicole and I were just taking like a thumbnail photo, and I'm just like sweating, just trying to pose and like.
I feel fine.
We're gonna try to go and find a place for us to like redeem our tickets to go up, but we're dying of like for some coffee right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have time for it.
I don't know, and I have a feeling that the coffee here is gonna be
like $10 a cup.
A lot of ringgits, so
a lot of ringgits.
We'll see if we can get some, but otherwise we're gonna head up and just enjoy this experience. Look at that, it's a race car.
Wow, they just like really get you at the entrance. Like this is somewhere epic.
You know, I'm not really like a kind of like a corporate guy. Maybe I once used to be, but if I was, I would love for this to be my office building.
Really?
It'd be so cool.
No, not for me, man.
I think if you have a race car at the beginning of like your office lobby, I think you're doing good. I think it's good. So at the base of the towers, there's like a giant mall at the bottom. It has lots of really fancy brands.
Yeah, really
but no coffee in sight at the moment. We could dig deeper, but I think we're gonna run late for our appointment to go up. So we're just gonna have to bite the bullet and go up without coffee.
Maybe they have coffee at the top.
Nah, they better. I got our tickets, bought them online. I think they were only 196 ringgits for 2 adults, so like just under 100 ringgits each. I don't know what that is, like 30 or something, 40 US dollars. Put on the screen.
Megan is so excited. Like, we visit a temple, he's like, meh. We visit the top of the Petronas Towers, he's like, oh my god, best day ever.
There are 88 floors. Wow.
Just like that, we're here.
We have made it to the 41st floor, which is the Sky Bridge. We are on the bottom floor of this double-decker Sky Bridge, and we are 170 meters above like ground level. And this is insane. Check this out. So we're only here for 10 minutes. They kind of put you in a group. I guess we're the green group. And then they bring you to the bridge with your group, and then you get to look around for 10 minutes and just like ooh and ah at the skyline, and then they're gonna take us up to the 86th floor. But this is incredible.
Very cool. Also, this is actually really cool because like they've got us in groups, and so there's not a lot of people here. Like our group is like maybe 12 people on this huge sky bridge. It's really nice. Like I don't feel like I'm like crowded around with like 200 people all trying to get a view. It's very, very nice.
I think there are 3 million people in Kuala Lumpur or something like that. Like the urban population must be much more than that. But I think there's only 30 million people in Kuala Lumpur, or in Malaysia altogether. I can tell that a good chunk of them live here because just buildings and skyscrapers as far as I can see.
I think that's what I'm really liking so far about Kuala Lumpur. Is like if you come for like culture, history, religion, food, you can totally get that like really well here.
Yeah, that's true.
It feels so like modern and new and like advanced and futuristic as well.
Yeah,
I like the dichotomy.
Yeah, you can get like
anything,
a mix of everything, and they just seamlessly flow together.
Yeah.
So that's where we were earlier.
Wow.
Just down there, like tiny little ants.
They're gonna be like fleas in a minute. We lost our group. They're all gone, but I never heard nobody call the green group.
Whoopsies.
It's gonna be 50 minutes only. Yeah, one car. Time's up. Thank you.
Wow. That is super cool.
That is so cool.
But it looks so close. Hey, like I feel like I can just like throw a rock to the other side.
This is the second tallest building in the world.
The one over, yeah. That one, far one, second tallest building in the world.
That's crazy.
But the building that we're on right now, the Petronas Towers, this is the tallest twin towers in the world.
Also, I keep calling these the Petronas Towers. And I think if you're like if you're raised in like the Harry Potter generation, saying Petronas is so hard. Like I was a Harry Potter gal.
I've heard it either way.
Really?
I've known it to be Petronas personally, and like the work I've done in the past.
That's how Kuala Lumpurians say it though. Like people here, when I've heard them say it, they say Petronas, but I'm always like the Petronas Towers.
Maybe you guys could tell us in the comments which was the right way to say
This
it.
is just like Harry Potter version.
Expecto Patronum!
Made our way to the metro station. Nicole's just buying us some tickets. It's actually quite simple. You just go to one of these many stations to get a ticket. You pick your where you want to go.
One to pick, darling.
Well, first things first is that we pick. Oh, I was gonna say English.
I chose English. Now I don't know which line to choose.
Oh, this. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the one.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Pasar Seni?
Yeah.
2 each? We need 2. Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Took my money. Please try again. Ta-da! Tokens. And change.
This actually really reminds me of the little tokens that we got in Delhi. Like they're just very simple plastic tokens
Oh yeah.
that you just like
that.
click through the metro. It's super easy.
For your safety, kindly grab the
really simple metro.
Yeah.
It's so clean and very efficient.
Yeah.
And
I think it goes to a ton of the city.
yeah.
Looks like it's pretty big.
Nicely air conditioned too, which is very essential here in Kuala Lumpur.
We made our way to the Central Market, which I guess is a really good place to come and like buy souvenirs and like little trinkets, as Mika would call them, here in Kuala Lumpur. And there's also, I think, good food on the second floor. So we are definitely going to be doing that because I am starving. But from what I understand about the Central Market, it's been here for like 150 years. And it was like very specifically placed here because way back in the day, I think the different communities, the Muslim communities, Indian communities, and Chinese communities were all sort of in this area, like kind of neighboring each other. So they stuck the Central Market right in the middle of it all.
Yeah, this market has like a nice food court at the top, and there's tons of food here. The thing with the Malaysian food is that it's so diverse. Like you really can't just have one food and call that Malaysian food. You have to try so many different foods.
We actually have a food tour lined up in the next video. We're gonna like go around the city and just like eat to our heart's content.
Yeah, we're not gonna dive into the food in this video. It would do Malaysian food an injustice if we just covered it in like 2 minutes. So we'll leave that for another video. But for now, what did you get?
Black pepper beef with rice.
Yeah, and mine looks so good. I got the it's like a chicken and rice bowl with mushrooms and spices. It smells so good. It's so fragrant.
So good. Oh my god. Cheers to Malaysian food, Malaysia. That's good, right?
That's super good. So we've left the market and we're just walking around the city now, and I gotta say, walking around Kuala Lumpur, like downtown area, is so beautiful because not only do you have amazing, like ultra modern, futuristic looking buildings like that one over there, and I think I saw like that really tall one, but we also have like really nice historical landmarks. So we're here at the bridge over the Klang River, which is a very important river here in Kuala Lumpur. It's actually the edge of where the original city was of Kuala Lumpur. It used to be a mining town. Actually, that's what the main attraction was here to Kuala Lumpur back in the day. And this river was one of the important ways for the mining town to get food and resources to the city. Got lots of cool murals on our side here.
So gorgeous here. And then of course right in front of us is like this palace temple.
Temple, yeah. It's
thing. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
It's so beautiful.
Stunning.
But I love just how fused all the architecture is, like old and new, right beside each other.
And the art. Like
and the
art. Murals that are
yeah.
here are just spectacular. My guess is that there's like telling a story related to the river and like what Kuala Lumpur kind of like went through as an area, but I don't know for sure.
Oh, and also I guess one more thing I want to add about Kuala Lumpur. The name itself means like muddy confluence, and I guess it's just talking about this point here, exactly where these two rivers come together. And I guess they were muddy, so maybe that's why. I mean, it does look pretty muddy.
Pretty muddy because we actually spotted some fish in there, but they're like hard to see because the water is so murky. Something that I'm just like so impressed with so far about our time here in Kuala Lumpur is the Malaysian people are so friendly. Like I actually really feel like I'm back in Canada a lot of the time. Like people are just openly warm and welcoming. They're just happy to greet with you, smile and like say hello, ask you where you're from, and just like be really kind and gracious. We have had so many wonderful interactions over the last couple of days that it just feels so like genuine, and I'm just loving it. I really do in a lot of ways feel like we're like back home, and I know Canadians are kind of known for their friendliness. But I think maybe Malaysians should be too. Also, I think we have just arrived at our final stop of the day. Where are we?
This is Merdeka Square, or like the Independence Square here of Malaysia.
In Kuala Lumpur, at least?
At least in Kuala Lumpur. But this is the site where they first lowered the Union flag and then first raised the Malaysian flag for all of Malaysia. So they declared that day their independence.
Yeah, and I think we read online as well that they use this square as the place where they hold their like annual Independence Day festivals or festivities. This is beautiful.
It's so beautiful. It got a massive flag.
Like a massive flag.
Up there, and then I love how you can see so much of the city around us. And then across the way, you also have the Sultan building. It's so beautiful.
What's the Sultan building?
I don't know.
But it's there.
A building
it's
about
beautiful.
the Sultan.
Maybe it's like a government building. Whatever it is, it's very pretty.
All right, well, this has been an amazing first impression of Malaysia, and you know what? I am so impressed.
Yeah, we love Kuala Lumpur. It's so awesome to be here. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already, because we have an awesome adventure coming up in Kuala Lumpur. We're going to go on an epic food tour next.
I'm so excited to try all the food.
Yeah, so make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching.